today we're gonna look back at my Lady Crithania model. Now for those wondering what the Lady Crithania is, let's talk about her a bit. Lady Crithania came from a SNES game called SOS Septemtrion in Japan, which was released on 1993. The game was inspired by the Poseidon adventure for its story. You basically had to pick a character and save 7 people in that character's friend or family member. Leave them behind and you get an upsetting ending. You have 1 hour to escape the ocean liner before she goes down. And you better look out for falling objects, especially chairs. That will take out 5 minutes of your time. Also, the game is set on September 13th, 1920. Which is the reason why I'm making this video today. Right, now we're done talking about the game Lady Crithania came from. Let's talk about Lady Crithania herself. In the game, Lady Crithania is depicted as being based after the Olympic class liners, just shortened and having 3 funnels. In the Japanese box cover, it shows that Lady Crithania is exactly like Titanic, just with red funnels, which is a bit wrong, but oh well. Also, for some reason, in one of the cabins, and also on the gaming manual for SOS, it shows that Lady Crithania has an extended bowel, which kind of makes her look like the original Olympic class design. Of course, my model depicts Lady Crithania as Titanic, just shortened and with 3 funnels. The model I used for Lady Crithania is the Academy 1/700 scale Titanic kit. With the Academy 1/700 scale Titanic, you can actually remove the ship's bottom hull and make the model waterline, which I made an optional feature on my Lady Crithania model. That way I can do a little diagram of her capsize. This kind of adds on to damage feel look to Lady Crithania, because in game, when Lady Crithania was capsized, her underhull looked damaged and dented. And I really like the Lady Crithania's paint scheme. Sure, it's a standard ocean liner scheme. Red hull, with red and black hull, with white superstructure, and normal color funnels. But there's something about the white propellers, white mast, and red funnels that really make her look nice. Just nice. I used red Model Master paint for the hull and funnels, cause I kind of like Model Master paint, so I like the little jar they come in, and I just like it. Though when I get around to overhauling the model to, remove that nasty cut I did, I'm gonna spray paint it with red. And also touch up the lining. Yeah, I think 13 or 14 on me didn't do a good job with paint. I mean, it looks decent. I might as well just explain how I did the cutting. I have to record this again because I wasn't so proud with the original recording, but anyway. So, with the story with the cutting, originally I was gonna tell my dad to cut it for me. Just put a few lines on the original boat deck and tell him to cut those lines. And I removed the 3rd funnel section off. But my dad said it would be a bad idea, and because it's a kit, and also yeah, once you cut it, you won't go back. So I just decided to do the cutting myself. With plain, normal scissors. That was a bad idea, because I didn't cut myself, but there was a high risk of me cutting myself with the bare plastic. And I'm trying to put the hull back on. Yeah, the little pegs that on the hull piece, they don't really connect well for some reason anymore. Oh well, I'll see what's wrong when I overhaul this model. But yeah. Doing the cutting with normal plain scissors is a bad idea, because not only you'll run the risk of cutting your fingers with bare plastic, your fingers are gonna burn after cutting it. If you manage not to cut one of your fingers. Anyway, back to the original recording. Anyway, after I did the horrible cutting, which I need to fix soon, I started to actually put the superstructure and detail on the ship. After that. After doing the horrible cutting, I started to do the rest of the ship. These things, which I forgot what they're called, I painted the top silver, that way to make them a bit different from Titanic. Also, I'd just like to mention, in-game, Lady Crithania only has one cargo hatch. But I didn't cut off the other cargo hatch because, well, I didn't want to run the risk of messing something up. I might try to cut the cargo hatch off and try to fill in the space with milliput in the future when I get around to overhauling this model. Of course, I painted a bridge roof brown, which is the color the bridge roof on the Lady Crithania in the game had, which I kind of like that. I really do. I originally did the skyline casing with a black pen, if I remember correctly, but on the rear skyline casing it easily got wiped off, so I later went back and redid it with a black Sharpie. A bit sloppy in some areas, but I can fix that with a white Sharpie. Speaking of Sharpie, in a few areas there are splotches of white Sharpie. Should really clean those up. Also, due to me cutting a bit too much plastic on this half of the boat deck, this happened. I kind of got lucky with this. This part actually kind of lines up with this part down here. If I can point with something, this part right here. Really nice. The stern is pretty basic, just a few parts placed in different areas to differentiate Lady Crithania with Titanic. And that's really it for Lady Crithania. I didn't really change that much on the model, but hopefully I get around to overhauling it and repairing that splodge or thing that I call filament. Right. That's about it. It's getting late, so thank you guys for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.